Tuesday morning, I'm in the middle of my pull workout today. Still pushing really hard right now, even though I'm in a deficit. My body doesn't realize that I'm in a calorie deficit right now, so I'm still pushing hard, trying to make gains, trying to make progress while I still can. In the next probably 3 weeks or so, we'll get into the point where gains aren't gonna happen anymore, and it'll just be about maintaining the muscle mass that I've built over the winter. So for the time being, we're gonna push hard, still making progress. I went up on my rows and some other exercises today. Just having a hard time concentrating. I keep thinking about work, about my day and about my week and everything. So I'm trying to get my head in the game here. We're about halfway done. Tomorrow's a rest day, so it'll just be cardio and abs, but gotta get together and hammer this thing out. Oh, what's up everyone? Tuesday morning, on the way to work right now, sitting in traffic. This is post-pull workout where I said I was really struggling to get through it. Just want to talk a little bit about perspective. Whenever I have a grinder like that workout was, or I struggle to really connect and enjoy it, I think back to something that a close friend of mine told me a few years back, and he said to enjoy every minute of this because at any moment it could be taken away. Now, he was talking about working out specifically, and unfortunately for him, that moment came when he was about 42 years old. He actually passed away from cancer. But I always try to think about that, when you're struggling, you don't want to get out of bed, you don't want to work out. Just think about how many people are out there that want to work out and can't, whether it's due to chronic illness, a traumatic injury, something that they're born with, whatever. Be grateful for what you have. The quickest way to change your state is to think about something that you're grateful for. And I really try to do that every day now, especially when I'm having a rough time. I just pause and I just think about how grateful I am to be where I am, healthy, great family, everyone in the family is healthy. I'm just grateful for the sun on my face right now, because all of this can be taken away in a moment. So keep that in mind. Don't get caught up in the small things, because that's exactly what they are, really. In the end of it, they're just small things. And we're only here for one go around, so enjoy it. Don't get caught up. Just make the most of it and be grateful for what you have. Just some Tuesday knowledge there, some Tuesday wisdom. Wednesday morning, first thing, doing some fasted cardio. I always like to do my cardio fasted, just like my regular training. I don't take a pre-workout. I take some BCAAs with energy. So I just got a little bit of caffeine, nothing serious. I'm just gonna bust out half an hour here of HIIT, the high intensity interval training. And then I'll do some abs, maybe some foam rolling, depending on how I feel. But got up late because I'm not going to work today because we're supposed to get blasted with a big snowstorm. So I'm a little late getting started today. But just not doing much now weather-wise, so we'll see what happens. My weight's already coming down. I'm down to about 196 and a little over, so I'm down about 1.5 pounds already. I know it's too early to tell. I've only got 4 days to average out the weight. But I'm sure I've lost some just based off of just water retention due to the lower carbs and the cleaner diet. So a lot of it will just be fluid and initial body fat, but we'll really start to see the changes in the next 2 or 3 weeks. But feeling okay. This prep is gonna be a little different because having Axel and waking up at 2 and 3 in the morning, not getting much sleep, and then getting up at 5 a.m. to train. This is gonna be an interesting journey. So we'll see how this shapes up in a couple weeks. We are all done. So 300 calories is usually just about my target. That's perfect. So I'm in my basement right now. It's Wednesday afternoon and we're getting pounded by snow, right? And one of the things that really irritates me is our mailbox. And because it bothers me because whenever the big snowplows come by after a heavy snowstorm, the mailbox isn't secured enough in the ground to stand up against the snow. So whenever the plows go by, it blows the mailbox over. So what I'm gonna do today, I'm gonna take some scrap wood. I'm in the workshop here. I'm gonna take some scrap wood and I'm gonna build a bracket to hold the mailbox up at least for the time being, until spring comes and I can resituate the foundation that the mailbox sits in. So that's going to be my afternoon project. I'm going to do it now because it's really starting to snow and I know the plows are going to be out soon, and I don't want to be fishing the mailbox out of the woods like I have been the last couple storms. So let's get after it, and we're going to fix the situation. So here's the creation. So it'll just has a good foot. I'll put that in the ground. It'll just sit against the mailbox, so when the snowplow comes and pushes it, it'll have a base to brace against. So just use some scrap wood, take a couple minutes, and I'm gonna go plant it in the snow right now before it gets any worse. My God, it's supposed to be almost springtime. It's like white out. That's my contraption. Go back inside where it's warm. I've had enough of winter. I'm not a winter person. When I moved to Connecticut, I thought it was gonna be a little better. I didn't move far enough south.